Hi everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is Dr. Corey Wren. I'm a vegan sociologist, a vegan feminist, and a vegan witch. Today we are talking Ramson. And if you've never heard of it, definitely stick around. It is one of the most magical and awesome, free, top foraging plants that I'm aware of. So here in the UK, from about March through April, we have this magical event that happens, and it's Ramson season. Ramson, aka wild garlic. And this is a free-growing plant that likes to live in forest areas where it's shady, it's damp, and it's just hard enough to find that when you do find it, it is so exciting. And you're not supposed to overpick it, but usually when I find it in great swaths. It just goes on and on and on and on and on. And as you can see, it looks like giant blades of grass. And what's very distinctive, which makes it easy to identify, but what makes it very unique also are these beautiful little white flowers on top. And as it gets into end of April, early May, they really go into flower, and then it's a bit too late to forage them. But as I'm recording this, I found these in early April, which is right in the sweet spot. And at the time I was wandering, actually I had been keeping my eye out for a very long time, but I was visiting the town of Malvern, just south of Birmingham, and I found patch after patch of Ramson, and I filled up a bag, a dog poo bag, but that's the only bag I had on hand, and came home to make a pesto. You can do lots with this. It literally tastes and smells just like garlic. Actually, I had an appointment while I was walking. I was on my way to an appointment, and when I arrived there, my backpack was reeking of garlic because I picked so much of the stuff. So it's very, very garlicky, and it can be used for lots of things. You can. I usually just make a pesto out of it, but also I will sometimes put it in stir fries or soups because it cooks down very spinach-like. So it's very, very easy to cook with. And it's a wonderful, rare delight. You just need to be careful not to over-harvest it. For those of you who are watching from North America, unfortunately, you don't have wild garlic there, but what you do have are ramps, also known as wild leeks, which are pretty much the same. I think it's a very similar species. And also grows in similar locations in shady, damp woods. So you can find Ramson pretty much throughout the UK and also Europe. And to make my pesto, I'm kind of easy going with my pesto. I try to use up what I have in my house. So I had a bunch of nuts left over and some good old olive oil, and also had I'd just been to the Asian market, so I had some shallot oil. So I put some shallot oil in there, a little bit of salt and lemon juice. And with normal pesto, you would add some garlic. You don't need to add garlic with this. And maybe some pepper. And that's really it. And there it is in all its glory. And I have just picked up today some oak salt, and it's very savory. And this is good old vegan cooking, right? I didn't use any cheese in this, and there's no meat in it, but this oak scented salt, it's cured in oak. It has a very bacony smell, but I'm going to add that to it, and it's just going to be a savory delight. So I'm going to be having this with some crackers, and I think also I'm going to be making some pasta with it. But if you've never heard of Ramson, it is where it's at. And it's really, really worth in March, April to go out on a hike in the woodlands and keep an eye out for it. Even my partner, who is in no way into foraging, even he, last year, we were not looking for it. We were just wandering around an old church, and he was like, "Isn't that wild garlic?" And I said, "Well, yeah, it is." And I was very proud of him in that moment. But what I mean by that is that it's one of those easy to identify, very accessible plants. So if you're new to foraging, if you want to get started, this is a really, really easy way to get going, because not only is it easy to identify, but it's also easy to cook with and has a great flavor, unlike some of the things that people forage where it's kind of an acquired taste. Anyway, So if you have used Ramson before, you have your own recipe, a nice vegan recipe for it, please comment below. And I hope you enjoy and keep it witchy.